that was fun. As for Leprechaun in Space, oh goodness, the whole thing was a riot. We went to a disused MTA's warehouse in Burbank, I think on Front Street or something. Yeah. And we built our spaceship in there, and we had leftover, set parts from a $12 million film that had sort of caves we could use for the caves on this planet, and there was another movie that had left a lot of it set there, something about boring into the Earth's core. Anyway, with lots of leftover bits and pieces, we put together more spaceships than really we had the money for. We made it for $1.6 million, but every day there was great fun. Guy Siner, who plays Gruber in that great English World War II comedy series Allo Allo. He plays the mad scientist, and we had great fun with him. Really mercilessly chewing the scenery and giving us every mad German scientist cliche you can think of, and he turns into a hybrid mad scientist giant spider, desperate hunger for flies. And I think Trimark thought that I'd gone completely mad, because I was now pushing the comedy way more than the horror. But the thing still shipped 40,000 units, and there was the beginnings of the downturn in the VHS market at that time. But it is a good, fun party movie for Paddy's Day, and I'm fond of many parts of it.
So this takes me to my next question. Out of the two films that you directed, which one is your favorite one?
Well, I guess, I'm probably, swimming against the stream here insofar as, I prefer the completely out there wacky one. It's got, a lot of me in it. My writing partner, Dennis Pratt, and I, constructed it, and he wrote great dialogue and gag lines for it, and a lot of good fun was had. So, to me, Leprechaun in Space is the purest example of my completely wacky, demented cinema personality, and if I was to make it again, it'd be interesting to see, how wacky I would go. But I felt that I channeled my inner 15-year-old and thought, a 15-year-old that had grown up watching science fiction and horror movies all his life, and then so I channeled that person, and that was what was making me, that was guiding me as I played circus ringmaster over the proceedings. But other people, probably the majority, prefer Leprechaun III. I mean, there are people, if you read the various haters on IMDb, tell lies, guys, come on. Then no Leprechaun movie is acceptable, or number one is the classic and the rest are shit, But I think 3 and 4, are the most fun.
I would agree on that.
I'm in the fun business.
Do you keep in contact with Warwick today?
I haven't spoken to Warwick for some years, just simply because, people do fall out of touch. But when I went to England to make Britannic, the sad story of Titanic's sister ship, which also sank, and we made it on James Cameron's catering budget. I did call Warwick, and we chatted. He lived further up north from where we were shooting, and we had a nice conversation. And he's doing well, and he's a great guy.
If you got a phone call this afternoon asking you to write and direct another Leprechaun film, would you take the offer?
If the budget was sufficient to do something with it. The problems with horror genre at the moment is it's either made on the super colossal $120 million The Wolfman level, or you have to make it for loose change, and there are some things you can't make well for loose change. I mean, you can make Paranormal very well for loose change, and I think that was a very creditable effort. But no, you have to be able to do. You have to bring in more prosthetic effects than have been seen in previous Leprechaun movies, and we did push the envelope with the spider mad scientist and the pizza face man and various other things that Gabe Bartolos, who is a really gifted prosthetic makeup artist, was able to do in addition to handling the Leprechaun's makeup. But I would consider it, but again, it would have to be funny. And I mean, Leprechaun versus Chucky, I'm quite sure some people have toyed with that idea. And Chucky, the latter Chuckies, I think, are extremely funny. I really like the last one because they're quite out there. There's no inhibitions. That filmmaker said, "Hey, let's go for it." And I agree.
Yes. Well, I would like to thank you, Mr. Brian Trenchard-Smith, for joining us today and talking about your life and your passion for film, and on St. Patrick's Day, your films of Leprechaun 3 and 4.
Yeah, well, I imagine that they will be running in a fair number of parties across the nation. That's good. That's validation for you. Anyway, thank you for your interest.
Okay.